Hi guys, so this is Cassie Darius, aka Nelisa the Queen. Okay, so guys, I'm just going to um, go in a short conversation with you on hair choices, depending whether it's winter, whether it's summer, or which kind of season you are in, like how you can choose which hair suits what which time and oh okay. So the first thing or the first impression that everyone has is that if it's winter you should have a protective hairstyle. Okay, let's talk about protective hairstyle, your belief of protective hairstyle and my belief of protective hairstyle. Protective hairstyle is something that should protect your hair from falling or from breakage. It should keep your hair healthy, growing, and it should kind of suit your hair texture. Okay, however, not all protective hairstyles are protective hairstyles. A good example is my hair. I'm one person who has helped a lot of people, like to grow their hair, to make their hair, to protect their hair, and I have received good comments and positive feedback about that. But I'm one person who has this kind of hairline. You see my hairline? My hairline is so thin. Like all my hair is very thin. I can use a small comb, a tail comb, to just comb through my hair. I don't have hard hair, right? So when we say protective hairstyle, I will walk in a salon. They'll say a protective hairstyle is. I guess to on. Sometimes it goes off. Then they'll say protective hairstyle is braids. They'll say protective hairstyle is one thing, is waves. Okay. But when we come back to me, protective hairstyle cannot be protective hairstyle if it's braids and I don't know how to manage the braids. If I'm making my hair, I have to skip a line and a half. I don't have to touch that. That is my baby. This is my baby, my first baby line. Then this is, I don't know, the second baby line. I don't know how to describe that. But that part doesn't have to be plaited or braided because it will cause more shedding and my hair will keep on breaking, going back. So it's no longer a protective hairstyle if it's adding more breakage and adding more shedding. Okay, so for me, braids, they're protective hairstyles to someone with very hard hair or very strong hair, that African typical, the hard hair. If you have that kind of hair, then you need braids or this kind of false lock is protective hairstyle. They can protect your hair. It will be like, it will be inside and the hair can grow, but it's not shedding the hairline. Then I'll move on to someone who has hard hair, very strong hair, and then you recommend protective hairstyle is sewn in wig or no weave, like sewing down the weave, gluing down the weave, and all. It's not a protective hairstyle to two people, someone with hard hair and someone with my kind of hairline. My hairline does not need anything to sit on it for too long, anything to be always like brushing in contact with my hair. My hairline needs those kind of hairstyles that if it's a weave that it's being sewn in, you have to leave the front, or you have to leave, you can play it everywhere else, then you leave it so that it's always free. You understand? So if you are having a lot of hair shedding on your hairline, weave, braids, they are not protective styles unless you know how to keep it. A good example, I'll come back to this point of weaves. A good example with my kind of hairline, if you see me like on normal days, like just ordinary days, I don't tie my hair up like this. I don't pull my hair to the back. My hair is always falling down in a very light, like a tie, like a very, just to keep it together. I don't put this kind of, because this one is like I'm pulling it back. It has to be falling down, like to maintain that. Okay, I'll come back to the weaves. And then we are talking about everyone else. Yeah, now this is included to anyone. Number one person who should not have their hair fully covered, whether it's winter, especially in winter, is if you know that you have a lot of hard hair and your hair is always having dandruff. Then you take, the reason why your hair is having dandruff is because your scalp is dry. Your scalp needs a lot of maintenance, a lot of massage, a lot of oils, and a lot of attention. Then you take something, then you're saying, you know what, you die like that. You close it inside and say, I'm gonna go for a month, I'm gonna go for 2 months. That's why when you remove that and you're combing your hair, you're having a very big ball of breakage in your hand. You knew that your hair needs a lot of attention, it's dry. Then you close it and you say, you know what, I don't care. So protective style can be protective if you know your hair texture and how to maintain that protective hairstyle. I can definitely come to a conclusion that there's nothing called a protective hairstyle unless you are wearing your hair, your natural hair, the natural way. If you are having silky hair, just weigh it down, then that's it. That is a protective style. That's the only normal way you can do that. So as long as you are having a style and you're going to choose a style for winter, I know you're going for the protective style. Congratulations. Just know how to maintain those kind of styles. If you're going to go for summer and you say, well, I need my hair to breathe, I need my hair to what, thank goodness you want your hair to breathe. Do you know how to allow your hair to grow and take care of it whilst it is in its natural state? You want your hair to breathe, so it means your routine has to be more conditioning, more oiling, and less heat or less combing a lot. But you have to be feeding your hair depending with the hairstyle that you're having and the season you are in. You can say, I'm having it's summer, so I'll go and swim. You come back and you just sleep with the soles. You didn't condition your hair, you didn't wash your hair properly. Then you expect your hair to grow and not to break. That won't happen. So if it's summer and the activities that you are doing, you have to match the activities that you are doing with the time, and you should have a different routine. You should have a different routine for summer, for winter, for spring, for each and every season. You should have a different routine and different hairstyles that you'll be wearing during that time. I'm a hair expert when it comes to taking care of your hair. I might not be a good hair expert when it comes to taking care of my hair, because sometimes I'm just lazy, and I've just realized, this hair thing depends with someone's genes. It really matters. If you are to take all my mom's side and you put them here, and you take all my dad's side and you put them here, my mom's side, they're very, very, very beautiful hair that grows. Funny thing, it grows from here. It's a lot. It goes very big, but everyone has this problem. That's where I got this kind of forehead from. Then you go to my dad's side, so you understand. So you have to sometimes don't buy. If I walk you from here and I will show you my closet and I will show you the kind of hair products that I have. Some I have not used, some I have used, I have a lot of organic treatments that I do for people that I've kept a secret, that I can't even share with my sister or my whatever. They know that it works. They really cry for me, like, please, they beg me, please, can you do this, please, I need it, you have to refill for me, I need more supply, blah 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 blah. But when it comes to me to use those kind of things, I use them a lot. Though sometimes I'm lazy, but trust me, by the time that I'm using them like continuously and I'm doing the routine with more like concentration and just being serious, I really see the change. But there's something that I cannot change for me to say this kind of hair will be like this kind of hair that is in the back. No, but at the moment I can safely say my hairline is there. There's a time that I wasn't taking proper attention to paying proper attention, and I was losing a lot of hair. Okay, so the first thing about genes is study your hair type. No, there's a time, is it 2022, when people were talking about 4C, 3C, 2C, blah blah blah. There's someone who's having hair, they go and sit in the salon, but if you're going to ask them what is your hair type, they don't know, is it a 4C, is it 2C, or what? You have to know those kind of things. Know from your genealogy. You just look even at your sister, your mom or whatever, you can see like, this is where I got this hair from. Study your hair. then whatever products you are buying, you have to buy them, or you have to stick to a certain range of products. You know exactly that my hair is coarse, so you have to know that when you're doing treatments, your treatment has to be a little bit stronger and a little bit harsh kind of, and you know that your hair is very soft, it's weak. It means you have to be buying products that are a little bit organics, a little bit accommodating to that kind of hair. So you have to know your genes, you have to know your hair type, then you have to know the hairstyle that you want to do, and then the season you are doing that hairstyle. I will come back to say the reason why I'm not getting to go more serious with this kind of me trying to learn, like right now I'm just reading through some hair types, and I have a certain client who once used my hair products, like back when we were in Dubai. The person moved somewhere, so now like she's like, you know what, ever since I stopped doing your treatments, my hair is now like getting thin, it's less, blah 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 blah. Can you tell me how to do it? So I'm going to make a small concoction for her that I'm gonna send. Then I'll give her the basic ingredients to say mix this oil with this and this and this part and this part. But before I do that, mind you, we were doing Rose. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Like here, the first viewer. Okay, so we're talking about hair types, which kind of hair you have to do, and where and when. Try to understand, to study your hair before you come up with a style. So I'm going to do the concoction for this lady, the basic. Then I'll ask her to do this, to mix this and this, the other parts. Like I only have a few ingredients that they don't have to know. That is the one that I'm gonna send to her. So before I do that, mind you, we were doing this treatment for 3 years in Dubai, and it was working. Okay, if you check on my videos, that person is there. It was working, but now she has changed location, and she has changed the season. She has changed, the place has changed temperatures and all. So I was doing the research to know the certain temperature she's now experiencing, the certain season she is in, and I'm trying to assess the damage that has been done before I can say do this part of this and do this part of this. Otherwise, I'm going to send again a concoction to her. She's gonna do it and stick. I know she loves my products. She's one person who supports me. I'm gonna send that to her, but still she was going to continuously have that breakage. So when you change environment, just know which season you are, and you try to work around with your treatments around that. A lot of people are so good at having concoctions and all those kind of lotions for face. Hair and face is the same. There's a time that, you know, in winter my face is dry, I need to add glycerin, I need to add more oils, I need to add more lotion. Then in summer it doesn't matter, I just have to less the glycerin, it's so oily. It's the same. Me, I reached a point where, like, partly sometime back in a month or two, no, it's now 2 months, I just had a reaction. You know, I'm one person, I know this from a long time ago, even when I was in college. I know that if I put synthetic wigs without washing them off that chemical, like if I buy a synthetic wig, whether we're in the salon, we have to wash it, then you put it on my face. I know that I react a lot. But so I reached a point where I was just like, I'm not gonna be doing synthetics anymore. Not that I'm saying I'm that rich now, I'm not that rich. But I think my first Brazilian, I bought it when I was in college. Like, I think that wig, I have been having it for almost 6 years. So when I bought that wig, I just had to cut off all the synthetic wigs. If you know me and you've followed me for a long time, you can see that I'm always having braids, or I'm having a certain wig. It's just one wig that I used to have, the Brazilian, that one, before I really, like, when I started working. So I know I'm not supposed to do synthetics, I know, or I have to wash them. But when you are in a rush and you go to some certain salon, it's like you can't ask them to wash in oil. So just like, no, I won't be doing that. So recently, back then, it was, until now I'm not sure, I'm one person who doesn't wear a lot of makeup, or I'm wearing 0 to minimum makeup. Sometimes I do. I'm only live. Serious, I just had to, because I knew that you were gonna walk. I'm on a live. Just having nothing. I'll talk to you. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. So I just know that I have to wash the hair before I install it, or I have to stay away from synthetics. Like, I'm losing plot of the story. So basically you have to know the kind of style that you're going to do, the season, and it's either you stick to one place, stop walking around. Okay, you have to do the, so I said that disturbance. So you have to know which kind of style you're going to do. So okay, I just got disturbed. I'm really sorry about that. Let me just try to pick from where I was. Okay. Never have never do live in a place where people can just walk around. Imagine if someone was okay. So basically that is the story. So you have to know your skin. Like, I normally don't do a lot of makeup. So for me that time it's either it was the heat, Dubai is very hot, and I was wearing a synthetic wig. I just saw someone with a nice synthetic wig. I just got carried away. I'm like, I'm gonna wait tomorrow to work. So I just walked from my house to work. It's less than 20 minutes. I reacted. I have never had that kind of pimples and everything. So I was caught in between. Could it be the weave? Could it be because Dubai there's heat wave, like sometimes. In that time it was very, very, very hot. So I didn't know exactly like what happened. So you have to know the season and here's how we're having. So I had to go back to say, no, I'm not gonna be using this again. I'm not gonna be using this lotion. I have to go see the dermatologist. It was bad. If you check on my videos, you can see it. It was really bad. I couldn't go to work. Like, I was so uncomfortable. I tried to put makeup and the makeup was not covering. If I tried to go bare first, a customer would come and be like, oh, what happened to you? White people sometimes they don't know what to ask and not to ask. Okay, so guys, I have to go now. I will continue to give you more advice. Just subscribe, like, and share these videos. I will try to come up with another topic tomorrow. So right now I just have to jump out because like my friends are waiting for me. I just have to jump out. We can have this conversation at the time. I love you so much. Please subscribe on my channel.